We're live. We're just fucking live. I just fucking.
I
just clicked the button because I was just fucking done. I was like on the one in my head. Oh yeah, we're live.
So Zach is a whore.
Yes,
it's not news.
We've established.
What's new? Yeah.
Yeah, old news. So, welcome back, everybody. It is delightful, and I mean delightful to be back. It's been a bit of a break, but it's been nice. We've been doing various bits and bobs. I've been enjoying my Warhammer that I've got as new presents, which has been fun. And yeah, I'm ready to get back into it. How about yourselves?
Yeah, doing good.
I miss you guys.
I know.
These characters.
So
Yeah, these characters.
We need more development. We have time now.
We have
It's
time
time.
now.
We need more trauma.
No.
No,
Is
no.
Is that what I said?
No, we don't.
It's what you meant.
Well, it's off limits.
More trauma. Yeah, that's definitely what I heard.
No, don't give Zach top energy, okay? Just
Hey, Mel Number, welcome. Glad you guys.
Zach can't
you're
have top energy.
no.
He gets
everybody.
given it and he just like converts it.
Yeah, just
No,
switches
Daddy,
it.
please, no. Sorry. Anyway, yes, continue.
My God.
Game. We're playing D&D.
Oh, Zach.
No,
Come
we're
on.
trying to start.
Dean, take it away.
So, for a change, yes, D&D. For a change, I am going to give this introduction, and I am not going to ask for a lovely volunteer who is Merrick. And today we come back after our adventurers have returned from the Leviathan, a strange ship that had melded its way into a cliffside, which they ended up discovering belonged to intraplanar travelers. Through this, they met a very strange celestial, and Saralise managed to gain herself an instrument of the bards. But an instrument that was a trident in of itself. Musical trident. Not the first guess you'd make, but it was a fun one to make. We have now returned after successfully completing the original task of rescuing the scout, bringing them back home to safety. And you are all gathered back at Winimere's Falls. And I am going to move over to Wayne.
Oh my.
Wayne, it's your sort of first time entering the Winimere's Falls. I am going to start this in the next morning, as everyone else is still resting. Wayne, you are... Well, actually, where is Wayne? Where would Wayne sort of rest? Is he going to pop himself in a room? What's he up to for the evening?
Wayne would have either taken a room or bought a room on principle because he's aware of that's the done thing. But ultimately, I mean, he doesn't sleep. So it's one of those things where he kind of just sits on the bed like, well, no, not doing anything. He literally default sits animation for 8 hours.
T-pose. Yeah, you can subtract a silver then as you get yourself a night's boarding.
I had to pay for it. That sucks.
Tara hasn't known you for that long. And yeah, needs the money. Funny enough, actually, oh no, I haven't gone over... No, sorry, side note, that's something I need to do later. You've reminded me of a thing.
Oh yeah, pay.
Yes, I need to sort out your rewards. Wayne, you are up in the room. As you're sort of sat on the bed, I'm very much imagining like hands on his lap,
knees,
hands on knees,
you know,
like perfect posture, very sort of still, like looking forward.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Skyrim,
facing
when
the door.
Yeah, when
literally.
your character sits down at any bench.
Yeah. When you hear a knock on the door.
Wayne will stand and walk over to the door and open said door.
You see a rather sleepy Tara that's sort of covered herself up with a dressing gown, bit messy hair, bit of bedhead, looking quite tired.
Morning.
Morning, Wayne. I apologise for not chatting to you yesterday. It's just, needed my rest. Do you mind if I come in briefly?
Of course.
Tara comes in, has a little seat. You see that she's brought 2 mugs with her, mugs of Azira coffee. Places one over on the other side of the table towards you, and places one in front of herself.
Does she look any kind of way? Because basically the entire room has been untouched. Like the idea that nothing is out of place.
Let me...
Not even the bed has been ruckled.
Hold on. Did you mean ruffled? What's ruckled?
Ruckled is where it creases.
Oh, I didn't know
I'm
that.
not the only one.
Yeah, I've never heard ruckled. Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
going to Google that right now.
Yeah, what's that? Right, okay, sorry. I'm going to do a quick roll.
Oh, that's porn.
We're going to move right past that.
I'm muting myself. I can't.
I need to slap Rob really hard. Just get it out of your system.
Auto searches redhead.
So she, you see that she kind of looks quite sleepy. She doesn't seem to really observe the room much as she's come in. So she doesn't really have any outward reaction as of yet. She sits down, placing one coffee in front of you and another in front of herself, and says, thanks for going out. I had my doubts on, Merrick has sort of filled in some of the blanks for me of the challenges you faced. And I just wanted to ask you a question, Wayne.
Okay.
When I saw you, here, you said to me that you had a feeling, something drawing you towards us.
Yes.
What did you mean?
I don't know, because I, by nature, cannot feel much of anything at the moment. I know what emotions are. I know that I have memories with emotions. I just know that I can't express them, or feel them, or acknowledge them. But there was a familiarity and a comfortability. Something I had to reconnect with.
Right there, I agree. Excuse me.
She nods a little, takes a sip, pops it back down again.
But I imagine that's like most of the, I don't even know what the name for my kind is, because there's a few here. However, I imagine we all have some form of memory, if we ever forgot who we were in the first place.
She kind of raises her head a little and says, I heard some of the locals calling them the Lost. I don't think that's right to me. The word just feels, well, too callous. You clearly know something. You clearly know why you came here. And she smiles with a bit of a wry smile. Takes another sip. And says, you're a man with talents. And I trust a great deal of those people. But your lack of emotion is an asset to this organisation that I've started setting up here. Can I ask you a favour?
I think it depends on what the favour is. I may have no emotion, but I do still have a sense of right and wrong.
She looks a little to the side with a little knowing look, and pauses and says, I was hoping you would join us in helping others, those that are also dispossessed, the survivors of Winimere. This is a lovely little district they've resettled us in, but it's a place with problems. Long problems that were here way before we arrived, and ones that won't go away quickly.
Well, I came from Winimere, so that makes me one of you to begin with.
Yeah.
That's where I woke up. That's where I travelled from. But, just by means of the fact that I assisted Selvar in his mission, I see no reason to not help in any matter.
Which brings me to my last little request. You seen my daughter around here?
Yes.
Rayleigh's a lovely girl. She needs a lot of guidance. And a lot of love. I'm gonna send you out with friends of mine, but also with my husband. Rayleigh needs her father. If things go sideways, please get him out. Keep him around. I can't... She pauses and then says, Rayleigh
You don't
can't...
want him to die?
Rayleigh can't lose a father. And there's no way in hell I'm keeping him cooped up in this tavern. We played house for long enough.
There is one thing that I should say, and it's more for your benefit than for mine. Don't
Yeah?
pretend like this is just for Rayleigh.
I need you to give me an insight check right now.
$14.
You can see that you've provoked something in her. She gives you a look. I'm gonna say that on a 14, you're just away from figuring out kind of what kind of look. It's a bit perplexing to you. But you can definitely tell you've poked something as she looks back at you and says, well, do we have a deal?
Should things go south, I will bring your husband back to you. And your daughter.
She smiles.
But I fight for the side of life, contrary to my affliction. So, if the event arises that I can bring everyone back, I will.
She smiles and says, naturally. I mean, I know how miserable she would be if Saralise didn't return. I might be inconvenienced. It's bloody good childcare. She sort of gives herself a small little smile as she stands up and kind of waves a hand at you and just says, don't worry about me. I'm fine. But yes, obviously, please, bring them all back, but yeah.
Not to say that, worrying about you. I can't worry about you. I can't worry about anyone, but I will hold a promise. And then Wayne kind of slightly opens his helmet just to the point where his mouth is there, and like the piping hot coffee on the side where she's been sipping it, he just kind of pours it in.
Of this very intense moment.
And it's weird because he closes the mask again, and then the rest of his talking, there's just steam coming out of his mouth.
Oh my gosh.
His talking is like because his tongue is melted.
Nice.
Okay. as you're speaking, you can see an increasingly horrified look on her face as she gets more and more concerned. And at the
Is
end of
he
it,
okay?
there is a solid 4 seconds of silence when you stop speaking, which she goes, "Good talk." Opens the door and leaves.
Have a pleasant day.
Oh.
And the weird thing is, because he doesn't even think about the door, he doesn't close it again. He just sits back on the bed and looks at the open aperture.
Love it.
Merrick walks by.
I'm
So
loving his
anyone walking past
characterization.
just gets to like...
Go into the bathroom.
Why is his door open?
Okay. Oh, this is brilliant.
For everyone's knowledge, I don't know if it's coming through on my mic. If you hear a loud rumbling in the background, there's a fucking furnace cleaning truck in the unit beside me. And they just decided to fire up right now. So that's great. I don't know if it's showing up on the
No, I
mic.
can't hear you.
No.
We haven't been
Hear it.
hearing it.
Thank
So
God.
Good. That means
good.
okay. That's a good thing. Awesome.
Excellent.
yeah,
So-
the noise reduction on Zoom seems to be doing its job.
Yep. I have just made a terrible realization that there's no fucking music.
I wanted to
forgetting
say, but
something.
you're
Yeah.
That's
monologuing.
okay. We're still early.
Yeah. I was thinking about it. I'm like, something's wrong. What's wrong?
No, okay. But there not being any music makes that scene all the better.
I
Because
know,
it's
it's
just
kind of-
all
a little bit, yeah.
deadpan.
I love the idea that anytime we have a one-on-one with Wayne, the music just stops and it's just silence. Yeah.
Can we do that,
Well,
please?
not stops, but
That's
there
a lot
needs
of
to be
extra
like
work.
there needs to be like an ambient like.
I don't know. I feel like it just
Oh.
needs like someone just like coughing in the background every now and then.
Yeah, he says something really off the cuff, or like he drinks the fucking coffee, the like piping hot coffee, and it's just like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cricket.
I now want to get an audio file which is just that sound, which is
Yeah.
just
Yes.
Lewis going,
Just sporadic
Yeah.
coughing.
yeah, just get this audio file, made like an hour-long audio file with very
And
random
yeah.
interruptions of the cough, and so
Anywhere between 6 and 15 minutes apart. It's just.
yeah.
Alrighty.
So let's get nice, chill ambience.
Back to
going.
lo-fi.
Back to lo-fi.
All right, babe station. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
So, we pop back to a little later in the day, downstairs for breakfast. Merrick, Tara has invited you down, asking if she can have a chat with you over breakfast. Got the cook to prepare something, and you're sat down at the table. What has everyone else been sort of doing for the evening? Where have you been staying? Because I know Bulla's been staying for a bit, and obviously Saralize and Salvar had their fade to black. What sort of time are you guys coming around? What sort of things have you been up to in your little evening of rest? Gonna go to Bulla
Wait.
first.
Yeah, go Bella first.
When did we came back at evening time?
Yeah,
And
you
it's been a
came-
night.
We got back
Yeah,
and oh, so it's the next day or is
Yeah.
it still? It's the next day.
It's the
Okay,
next day,
just-
yeah.
Just double checking. This is kind of important for Bola
Yeah.
because she's exhausted. She'll fall asleep. She'll wake up, have breakfast, even probably talk to Merrick a little bit, talk to Saralize and Salvar or whatever. Kind of just chill and kind of like maybe even do throw around the punching dummy in the corner every now and again.
Yeah.
But mostly just drinking and chilling and just taking in the fact that they literally just went on an adventure and no one died. And it was like, oh, okay, so we may be able to do this. It's like driving your car again after being in an accident, except
Oh,
the
yeah.
accident caused like
Someone to
hundreds
pass
of people
away,
to
yeah.
die.
Yeah.
But
Just for context, while like Merrick is like in the middle of like cleaning a table and like setting it up, and he'll look over and just like in the background he sees like Bulla smiling and talking with Saralize, and then going over and like limbering up and exercising, and just this warm smile comes on his face. He goes back to whatever he's doing, but he sees, he notices that. Continue.
Adopted child. Okay. So at some point, she's like on her third ale or whatever, and then she goes,
It's like 10 a.m.
"Oh
No,
yeah,
breakfast ale.
yeah, breakfast ale.
Morning brew.
Morning brew.
Morning
Morning
Yeah.
brew. Yeah, exactly. Her
Hair of the dog.
morning brew. And then she'll go, "What day is it?" But Merrick, what day is it? As in, like, day of the week.
DM.
Tuesday?
What are
Sunday.
Yeah. What are? Do
Yeah.
you have different days?
No, I've kept the same days for simplicity.
Okay.
I had a whole brand new calendar, completely gave it up.
Fuck that Gregorian.
Fuck that.
Gregorian, yeah. No,
Fuck you, Gregory.
tis a Wednesday.
The one day I
Ooh.
don't wear
Oh,
freaking
no.
waterproof mascara.
God,
Yeah.
she'll. So, go ahead, Merrick.
Wednesday.
Shit. What day did we leave? DM.
You left on a
2 days.
Monday.
Yeah.
Shit. I definitely didn't tell Biobra that I was leaving.
Oh right, you're employed.
I need to go to work. Right. She like just like stumbles. She like looks at her morning brew and she's like, and just chugs it.
Yeah.
Go.
Chugs it, puts it down, throws a couple of gold pieces or whatever.
Tara, do we have anything to give her for food?
Yeah, you see Tara gets up, dashes back, picks up,
Something.
and you can see that she's got a nice little, she's got a water skin, and she gives you this water skin. You do not know what is in this water skin, and she says it'll help with the hangover. Hopefully it'll soap you up a bit as well too. Dump. And then she gives you this little bag, and you see that she's got like little bits of bread and these sort of various leaves. You see this nice little sandwich in a roll, and she's like,
Aw.
yeah, she
Breakfast
just
wrap.
goes it and goes, yep, have that for your breakfast. Good luck. I'll
Thank
see you when you
you.
get back.
Right, and she hugs Tara and then like hugs Merrick
You
on
you
the
have
way
a
out.
head. You have a head over Tara. Like Tara's
Yeah.
a big half orc woman, but you're bigger.
Yeah. So she.
In a hurry, she probably squeezes a little too tight, like, "Thanks, Tara."
Yeah.
And then grabs Merrick by like one arm, picks him up, shakes him a little bit,
Yeah,
puts him
just
back
like-
down.
I don't know why, but all I can just imagine Tara wearing at the moment is just like some pink dressing gown with like rollers in her hair or something like that. That's just the vibe I get from it.
imagine that.
I don't say anything because I figured that I would be like awkwardly stood at the top of the stairs, like on the balcony looking down, just
Yeah.
because no one's talked to me. So I'm just like, I'm gonna keep a place where I can keep watch of everyone.
Yeah.
Creeper vibes.
I'm going
Yeah.
to use both sorcery points that I've got to make it a distance and a subtle spell
Yeah.
to give Bulla guidance on a way out.
Nice.
That's so sweet, because she definitely doesn't know how to feel about you. So that's
You just
Yeah.
feel some magical empowerment.
I mean, I say guidance. Honestly, it's more like there's this weird feeling in the back of your mind that like
No.
it heightens your fear of being late.
I actually have, because I actually was going to get you to roll for that, so you now have guidance for that roll. No, I'm going to tell you what you feel, Bulla. Bulla, you take a swig out of this water skin, rapidly realise that she's put some canar's leaf in there, and that this is basically coffee and canar's leaf.
Oh no.
Morning brew.
Yep, and
you're drinking bong water.
Oh no. Oh no.
You're drinking coffee
Yeah.
brewed with bong water.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Canar's
Bulla hasn't
yeah.
tried Canar's leaf.
As
No,
long as
guys,
she's off
never
many
had-
kettle
Yes,
onions.
She's
Yeah.
never had Canar's
She has
leaf.
not.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it tastes nice. Like canar's leaf is very
Yeah,
sweet to a
yeah.
taste. It's like it's a bit like stevia in taste. So you're
Okay.
basically having like a really sweet coffee, but you recognize the canar's leaf in there. It's distinctive, right? And the feeling you get is you take a swig, feel the guidance, and are like, "Shit, this stuff's good." As you kind of like, as
If she thinks that, then she's going to down half of it.
Oh, no, you said it. You said it.
I know,
I need
I know.
2 con saves, please.
Oh no.
Good thing you're good at them.
You're good at those. You're a barbarian paladin.
I know, but it's like if she feels that way, she's gonna be like, "Oh, this shit's good. I'm gonna need this."
Yeah.
Okay, so that first con save was a 20,
Oh.
and
Oh,
so it went down smooth. Fuck. And that second
Yeah.
con save is a 25, so I think she's
Oh.
good.
Right.
hold it.
I'm gonna.
Too much muscle. You didn't hit her.
Yeah, you're kind of like, you're getting a bit of a buzz, and you've got this strange, like, relaxation at the same time as the buzz. The best way I can describe this is, I don't know if you're going to get my vibe, but you are experiencing fast, slow.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're tired fast, yeah.
Yeah,
You
tired.
are cross-faded, bitch.
Oh, I know, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
Oh no. Wait, hold on. Wait. I'm trying to remember my first time crossfaded and if I am able to wield a weapon in that state.
Oh.
I want to say no, just for the sake of like, they tell
You
you to
know,
swing. It's like swing
it's
your
a-
weapon, and you're like,
It's a good con save, so I'm gonna say yes. Like, it's not a full-blown thing.
You're doing
but like,
fine.
you do it all right. But there's this thing of like, oh, this is new feeling. I've not tried this before. Okay, right, we're rolling with it.
fucking
Yep.
Biobrus says.
Crossfaded.
Biobrus says everyone present your weapons, and you're like, sir, I don't have one.
I
I
am.
am the weapon.
Weapon dick. What? I'm so sorry.
Oh, this is brilliant. So,
Oh.
as you dash off, Salvar and Saralise.
So prior to coming down, Sarlise is probably gonna have a chat with Salvar.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Just see, I think it says as you wake up, you just see Salvar holding the trident that you got from the ship in front of like the dawning window, start bullet naked, just
Yeah.
dick down to
course.
his knees,
Very
just,
Salvar. Very
Yeah.
Salvar.
just like twisting it in his hands, just little looking at a deadpan.
So
Mom, what's that?
Sarlise,
Look
because-
away.
because they both, are clearly just waking up.
Oh,
she
we're
kinda
getting
just-
into it. Okay, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
She pulls the blanket up and kind of leans over on the bed and goes, "What's wrong, darling?"
See a disgruntled look on his face, sort of like torn sort of visage on him. And he replies, "If you could go back, would you?"
She it's like almost a grimace, but not exactly. She winces. That's the word I'm looking for. I want to see my parents, but family is not just blood. My family is here as well.
I might be able to send you back one day.
She kind of
I don't know if I can.
she stands up and grabs her robe just because she's a little chilly and throws it on and walks over to Salvar and touches the trident with one hand and the other hand comes up and caresses his face. Salvar, my place is here. I want to visit my parents, but my place is here. I want them to know I'm safe, that I'm alive, that I'm not lost to them. I've been gone with no word for several years at this point, and I would write them on a regular basis. They probably think I'm dead.
I'm sorry. I want you to be happy, even if I'm not there anymore, but at the same time, I'm afraid of being alone again.
She takes her hand off of the trident and puts it on his chest, and then lifts his chin up, because I'm assuming he's kind of looking down.
Yeah.
And goes, "You won't be." And she kind of looks to the side and then looks back at him. "I think I love you too."
Just hang up there. Oh, this is so beautiful. Anyway, just see like the crick in his, a sort of like a light bloom up in his expression, and it's like, took you long enough to say that. Just puts the trident down. Just promise me one thing.
What's that?
Where you go, I go too.
I'll keep that promise.
Leans in for a kiss.
Oh,
May kiss.
oh, that is so
That was
adorable.
the right time to do that, right? Just
Yeah.
You guys!
Oh, that's so
That was cute. That was really, really cute.
That was really cute. Oh my
I've been
god.
planning this for a month, damn it!
wait. What if I could at least let your parents know that you're okay? The
She's
spell-
kind of
Sorry. Go on.
dumbstruck.
Remember on the ship where I asked you to... Well, it's been a long time. I asked someone to describe Tara to me, so I could send a message to them. That works beyond planes. If I knew what one of your parents looked like, I could let them know you're okay.
My mother. Imagine my face, maybe a little bit shorter than me. Purple.
Could you draw a picture?
She nods and goes over to her supplies and starts sketching.
Yeah.
Performance.
Yeah, performance.
At this point, Salva just hears Merrick in the hallway going, "What the fuck?" It's just
Walking past Wayne clearing out into
Yeah.
the hallway.
Take a piss. What the fuck is it?
Oh, thanks
That
for the
is-
sub. That's
Hey.
Hey, Barlow, how you doing, man?
How you doing about it?
26.
But yeah, that might be enough. On a 26, Salvar, she's like knocked this together in 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It is incredibly detailed. It's really beautiful, and you look and admire over Saralize's skill and realize you think this could work. This actually looks real good.
I look to her and just go, "This will work perfectly." But I want you to spend today thinking of your message for her. 25 words.
Okay. Now I've got to actually think what she would send.
So in that moment of silence, I just felt like, okay.
Starlight just laughs and kisses him
Yeah.
and gets
Get
dressed.
down in there.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Salva.
I take it that was a wrong thing to say.
That is
I
very.
knew this. You gotta teach me.
Okay.
Yes, I love. Salva's just like, oh,
He's trying. He's
the
trying.
He is the best little himbo ever.
yeah.
He's the little himbo that could. Okay?
Little.
I just realized
The
the most
metaphorical little.
terrifying thing.
What's that?
Imagine if Wayne was the bouncer, and every time someone comes in, it's just like, have fun.
And then you just see Salva dishing drinks at the bar.
But it's ominous as fuck. It's not like someone saying have fun or like, you know, keep it down in there or like watch you know, like mind yourself. Shit like that. It's just like for
You
some
better
reason
be
I'd get
careful.
more unnerved if someone walked into a nightclub and the bouncer was just like, have fun.
Your drink's
No,
not gonna have
All
anything
right.
extra in it
Yeah.
at all.
Have you guys watched the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy movie?
Yeah. Yes. I have.
The character that Alan Rickman played,
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Marvin the paranoid android?
Marvin.
God.
I'm just imagining basically this giant hulking zombie Marvin now.
There's a
He's
vibe.
not hulking.
Yeah.
He's tall and really skinny.
I was going to say right now, Salvar is giving me the vibes of my first teenage relationship. I don't know what I'm doing.
So I'm assuming after this bit, providing there's no fade to black or anything like that, when
Yeah.
everyone's else is talking so Buller stuff, Merrick
Yeah.
stuff and things like that, we'll be downstairs. I'm assuming
Yeah.
Salva
Yeah.
will be dishing drinks or something like that.
Yeah.
You guys were there when Bulla was doing that. That happened prior, yeah.
Yeah. So this has
Yeah.
happened before. So you're sort of all down having breakfast at this point. Tavern's closed for the morning, so you're sort of there yourselves. You're having some coffee and bits. Buller's
A
had
nice
to
bow
run
tie.
off. Yeah, nice little bow tie. Tara finishes what has got to be at least her fourth coffee, as she pours herself another one.
Tara is a fucking mood.
Yeah, and says,
Majority of the time.
she looks over to you and says, to you all, and says, well, I know that you've only just got back, but I'm in a bit of a pickle, and you're rather good at sorting out pickles. So I was wondering if you guys had the energy once Buller's got back from work to pop down to the goblin markets.
Wayne comes back with a pickle jar.
No,
Oh my god.
you see, she sort of
Yes.
turns round, starts laughing, goes, oh, you're serious. It's okay, no, it's fine. You can.
You requested pickles. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I don't need a pickle.
This is beautifully relieving.
Yeah.
I like it.
She has like.
Starlight is just like trying not to like spit takes like snort out her drink.
When she
I've
says you can
actually
take
think-
them back, I'm just like, you know, I think about it and I look at everyone. I'm like, pickle.
Salva's just thinking to himself at that point, it's just like
Starlight
a
will
year
take
ago,
a
that was
pickle.
me.
I'll look to Tara and I'll say, considering how much she enjoyed the actually getting out and doing something, I think Bulla would very much appreciate it if she could come back and have another one.
Yeah, and
She might be in need of a job after she skipped out on a day.
She might not have a job currently. Maybe.
yeah,
I don't know.
depending on how that. I mean, Biobra's all right guy. I imagine he's gonna.
Right, but
Where's that Kenner leaf gone?
how much she's really been there in the first
well,
place.
Yeah, the canals leaf. I gave it to Buller, just as a pick me up. I always have it. When
Tara.
I come over.
Tara,
What?
you know she's never had it before.
She
I'm
has.
just chuckling into my mug.
And you just see this look as she has this like what the fuck moment and goes, oh no, oh she hasn't. Oh, that poor girl.
She'll be,
Oh,
she'll be
she's
fine.
gonna be
She'll
paranoid
fine.
during drills.
Oh no.
You see this look of embarrassment, and Tara goes, "Oh God, she's fucked. Oh God." Okay.
I walk over to Tara with a shot of the strong stuff. I prompt her to drink it, and I'm going to cast calm emotions on her.
She just like not a moment of hesitation. Don't. And just goes, okay. Oh, right.
Usa.
Tara, I think, is by far my favorite NPC.
Yeah, she has her hand on her forehead and she goes, okay.
Job.
Never mind. Well, we'll find her well, I'll sort her out with something else. Oh, God. Okay. Well, you're going to like this job. Well, more specifically, you're going to dislike this particular scamp who has been pulling something of a scam, been taking money from the refugees here, the payments, the stipends that they received. This particular individual has made promises to buy them out for their stipend at some very ridiculous rates. It appears...
Starlize takes, like, just kind of slyly takes out a dagger and goes, do we need to take knees?
I think you will, because this particular individual seems to have a unique fighting style. They
On your knees and you shall receive.
This particular scamp has a bit of a reputation for being quite the champion on the fighting circles around here. So I didn't want to send the regular... Yeah, I'm moving past that. And she says, this particular scamp has a bit of a reputation for moving in fighting circles and does not lose many fights. So I figure might as well send in some people that are able to deal with this kind of person.
They're a loan shark.
Effectively, yes, Wayne. They, unfortunately, they have seemed to have taken advantage of some of the more illiterate members of refugees who've come from Winimere, and has managed to trick them into terrible
Well, it definitely stands to reason that we need Bulla, considering she has some standing in fighting circles now.
Yes.
Considering, and not to mention you mentioned he's a member of these fighting circles. Does he run alone, or is he... does he have a crew that often goes with him, or will we be hunting him down alone?
He has a couple of associates. So his name is Smitty Bacall.
Smitty Bacall?
Bacall.
Are we gonna hear Zach's attempt at an Irish accent?
Oh my
No,
god. Please.
no.
Right,
Hold on. You called him
Please.
Smitty. You called him Smitty McCall.
Bacall with a B. Yeah.
The name
way,
is Smitty
that's either
Bacall, and
Irish
you're
or
here to
Scottish.
fuck with my business.
Actually, I'm counting on the fact that you don't know this reference because it's not. It's actually a southern reference. South America. South America? No, the South in America, I mean.
Okay.
In USA.
I am a southerner,
Oh,
so...
South of America.
Okay. You sure about that?
Oh no!
Yeah, there we go. We're getting it.
I'm gonna get Bill Hill,
wait.
Zach.
Real quick. Does everyone just know that Bola has been fighting? Like, she thinks she's
Yes.
keeping it a secret, and
Yeah,
just
she's
everyone
keeping it a
knows.
secret, but we all know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feeling
You
it
like
all
told
this time.
one or two, or it's like slipped out to one or two of us, and therefore everyone knows.
How does
Yeah.
Wayne know? That's my question.
Wayne's
That's a good
just
point, actually.
Incredibly observant. He's just in the
Okay.
background picking this,
Also-
like listening over to every conversation, but
He's-
never commenting.
He like watched her,
love
and
that.
he's like, "She has a scratch on her right cheek. That means that she must have gotten hit with this weapon." And he's like, dissecting.
He's
It's
the
like
good
some fucking
doctor's the shit
Dexter
out of her.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Um,
All right. Well,
so-
do you have a lead of where we might be able to find this individual?
Well, among Smitty's other activities, he also has a legal ring out selling counterfeits out of the goblin markets. No actual goblins there. That was surprising to see. I don't really know why they're called that. But yes, he usually hangs around in those parts. I have a sheet here. She takes out a piece of paper, and you can see that Tara's been getting creative. She's created these little, like, about the size of an A4 piece of paper, and it has a small etching of his rough appearance, and has some details, and you can see that the logo that Buller's dad designed. Like the crest is up on the top, and it has it's basically a wanted poster that has on there and then below has the price for this individual and includes some details. And she says, I've just mocked some stuff together. Charles has been very helpful on that front. And we've got these we thought it might be a bit easier now that we're expanding out to a few people. I thought, might as well give them something that proves. But
Is this... Never mind.
And she sort of pushes over and says, so, well, we've been calling them handbills. And so this particular one is for Smitty. She points down to the bottom. You can see that it's got a description of his appearance there. And you see that this is out for 30 gold pieces. This particular one is out. This is the price for this individual. And she says, I will say, though, there is one slight problem. The goblin markets are crueling with guardsmen. And obviously what you're doing is not exactly sanctioned. So a little bit of tact and a bit of discretion might be advised.
We might want to
deal with him quickly.
Is Smitty meant to be taken? So he's been. Is there an opportunity for us to receive some of the money he's taken from these people that he's swindled them out of, so we can redistribute it?
What does this mean?
Cutting his throat. Killing him.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes. That is the hope, is that this comes with a sort of secondary objective, is that I don't know where his exact hideout is, where his gang's been operating from. So if you can find that and procure some of those funds to redistribute, that would be excellent. But yes, the price here has been put out by another one of our residents. Do you remember Aaron? He had the shop 2 down from us. She looks over at you, Merrick. Yeah, well, you see, they went and they got some money out of his grandmother, and he's unimpressed, so he has put the bounty on this one. But yes,
I think
if we can get the funds for the others would be helpful.
That's a secondary goal. First, we have to get him off the playing field.
Yes.
But I think it might make sense. I'll say to everybody, I think it might make sense if we choose our location purposefully. He doesn't know who we are. If we can follow him, see how he operates, maybe learn where he will be, as opposed to attacking him the first time we see him, because if there's guards around the area, then I'd rather not risk... if we pick where we fight, we might be able to keep this quiet.
I think the only person he doesn't actually have an understanding of who they are is me, seeing as the rest of you all have a statue just outside.
Shit, good point. All right, so maybe we just keep on distance.
I thought it was just Ewan that had a statue.
Yeah, no, actually, yeah, you're right. It was just Ewan. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, to clarify.
I thought Ewan was a part of a group statue.
I thought Ewan was at the front, and then we were at the back.
No, so this
is that's what I thought. I don't know.
The statue is the people of Winimere. You guys are on there, but it shows a variety of faces. It's a big group one, and in front of the statue, it shows Ewan with the wisp out in front of everyone else, holding the wisp. Yeah, to clarify what it looks like. Yeah.
Cool. We'll keep our distance from him. And
is it arranged like sorority style with the shorter people in the front and the taller ones in the back?
No, it's much more like if you've ever seen the statues that they have in the Middle East, where they awkwardly shrink people to sizes depending on where they've put them. So proportionally, people look really small at the front, and the ones at the back look like giants. It's the same sort of thing. Like, Bulla's up on the front part with the rest of you, but she looks tiny, and there's another one that has Tara there who looks like easily double the size of her, or, in proportion on this.
Got it.
Yeah, that's kind of stages backwards.
Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Well, I think that's as much information as we can get. We can ask around. We can try to, if we know the location of where his illegal ring is, then we can hunt that down. I suppose we should wait till Bulla gets back after likely getting fired, is my guess,
Well.
but we'll see.
We could scout it. We're just going to the market.
I think we should wait till Bulla gets back. Personally,
Let's wait. We could.
Yeah,
I'd
let's
rather her be involved with.
Yes, let's stick around and watch all of you getting more inebriated.
I mean,
Starlight just picks up her drink.
Tara nods and says, "Yeah, fuck it." She just kind of agrees, and yeah, we're gonna cap it off there. Bulla,
Yay.
nice and quickly. You dash up to the front of these gates. I need you to
Dash. That's the word.
I need you to give me a D20 roll, please.
Add a D4.
You may add the D4.
Okay, where's my D4? All right, let's go, baby.
Oh dear.
Is that bad? Is that not
Yeah.
one?
Say it.
No, but it's a 4 on the D20 plus a 3 on the D4. So that's a 7.
You are horrendously late. It took you a fair while. Like
Nat
you-
20 plus 4. You're early.
Well, like
Ow.
you realize that you were late, like 2 hours after your shift was supposed to start, and then you ran.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what happened. Actually,
Yeah, so and like on the way, you had to like stop and take a breather because you just had a moment where it's like, oh no, this is too much. No, I'm fine, I'm okay.
the cobblestone
Okay.
looks like Harry Potter's like brick wall. It looks like it's like kind of moving a little
Yeah.
bit. She's like, "What is? Oh no!"
She's like, oh fuck, okay, and then you take a breather, it's like, okay, I can do this, and you keep going.
Right.
Weird question relating to it. Have you ever climbed stairs in the dark and just done one too many steps? So you actually put your
Yes.
foot up
Yeah.
to climb the step, and then you wind up just stomping and fucking up your knee.
yeah.
Yes.
That's
Funnily
happened.
enough,
I'll be
not
right-
recently,
I'll be
no,
right
I haven't.
It's funny that it's crippled.
Yeah. Yeah. I love doing
What was that
so
noise?
That's Victoria trying to get a breath.
I thought I was listening with a voice mod or something like that. Just,
Nope,
much. No,
that's just Mick.
This is what happens
That's
when
just going
Victoria she laughs too much because she's doing that like. At least it's not Jimmy Carr.
That's what he sounds like.
He does, yeah. Oh, yeah.
As
so-
a Georgian can confirm.
You come up to the front of the barracks, and you see this kid. You barely recognize him and realize he must be part of the new basic training group. He is sat with a little book in front of him. He has got both of his feet up on the table in front of him at the guard post to the entrance and is
Oh,
reading
no.
it, fully not looking. And you can see that he's put his short sword and has balanced it on his, like, with the blade on the table, but the hilt on his leg. Like, he has just, like, popped it there, just fully out in front of him, facing out to everyone else. And he's just, like, looking at this book in his own little world. And just looks so zoned. He's so into the book. He looks completely not paying attention to anything going on around him.
No concern for weapon safety.
Yep.
No
sir,
concern.
sir, it is that sword loaded?
So, okay. Yes, are the doors open or he's just there? He's just kind of sitting guarding.
Oh, no.
You wanted to breeze.
The door is fully open.
Okay.
Door fully open, he's just sat there, and he's just got this book up in front of him.
Bola won't say anything to him. She'll just grab the sword on the table, flip it, and then keep running. So it's like,
And then
just like flip it to its safety position and then
Yeah.
keep going.
Or you
Um,
rest it on the table instead. It's
yeah.
like grab it.
Right.
He fully jumps out of his seat. The book goes clattering to the ground. And as you go in, you hear him go, "Oh, you're supposed to sign in." And you just fully just go past him as he just like jumps.
Zoom.
Bitch, I work here.
Yeah,
Bitch, I'm Bulla.
yeah.
You haven't assigned it. Fuck you.
Yeet.
You dash in, and you can see out in the field. You can see Biobra, and Biobra is currently running through a drill. With another paladin. You see that this paladin has a great axe and is going through some drills, and you see that Biobra has sat down and he's got his suit to fight with the guy as he sits down and calls out instructions. And you watch as the suit is just completely running rings around this guy. And you can hear him just from the side going, "Nah, mate, no, left! Jesus Christ, this blind spot. Left, you prick!" As he's just shouting at this other guy. And he looks round and goes, Oh, I see. Hold on, you can stand down, mate. Right. Hello. Great to see you. I'm sorry.
Oh, you cut out.
No, you cut out. You muted yourself.
Did you just slap the mute button?
Yeah, I did. Whoops. Anyway, so, he looks over and goes, "Oh, sorry, I haven't addressed you properly." You see, he does a little curtsy and says, "Your Majesty, I completely and utterly forgot that one turns up to work when she feels like it."
It's a little unnecessary.
I think vanishing for several days without so much as a word, I've gone really posh for him all of a sudden.
You're always posh with him. It's fine.
Yeah.
He's gotten posh. He's gotten
He's-
some power.
Yeah,
so, you know.
he's gone up the ranks. He's getting native. He's getting native.
He moved
I
from
can just
Croydon
imagine
to
drinking
Exeter.
like a cup of tea or something like that as well.
Yeah. Oh no, Brighton.
He has moved past his Kennar leave.
We see him
Has
we see
taken
him
up a
again.
caffeine addiction.
We see him again in 3 weeks' time, and it's like, hello.
Hello.
Hopefully without the extended pinky finger, because I've learned recently that doesn't mean you're posh, it means you have syphilis. But anyway, moving on.
Okay,
Yeah, I heard
then.
about that one. That is an interesting bit of history.
That
But-
in mind.
Yeah, and he says, "Well, not hearing a single word from a very new recruit here. Little bit concerning as well." And he steps forward, and you can see that there's, like, it's at this point he looks around him, and your attention is drawn to the 30-strong group that is sat on the ground watching the display, that is now all just looking at you.
Right, about that. He will notice that I haven't picked up my maul since we left Winimere, and my maul is now on my back, along with my axe. So that is something he will notice that is a little different.
Yeah, I will do that roll. One sec.
Yeah.
Apparently not. So
Cool. It's just a big
Bulla.
gold maul at the
Yeah.
size of
Bulla,
my
take
axe,
the
but that's
power
fine.
away from him. He can't fire you if you quit first.
Yeah.
Um,
Bulla-
He leans in and gets quiet and says, "I don't fucking know what you're playing at, but at the very least, you could have let me know that something was wrong. Bullet, my door is open, and considering everything that went on, I was a little bit concerned there, because I didn't know where you'd gone."
I love how Bullet just has this propensity for being like adopted by people.
Even though her parents are fine, by the way.
Yeah, oh, my parents are alive
Marriage
and
is good.
Fine.
Yeah.
She'll just like kind of almost like not meek, but you know, she is clearly very sorry. She just goes, "I'm sorry. There was pressing matters." Then in the moment I was a bit swept into it, and perhaps even a little excited, I will admit. And I forgot. I'm sorry.
He looks at you, nods, and says, well, just let me know. I assume it was with the others. I'd noticed that I'd gone to go and find Merrick, and the others appear to have been gone as well, so I assumed. But,
Right. That might be... Like, you just told me to let you know. I don't know. It could be happening a little bit more often now.
That's all right. You'll have to just train a little harder while you're here. He's been, like, talking to you quite quietly. He raises his voice to a full-blown shout and says, right, who wants to see a drill, then? Bulla, if you would be so kind. And you see that he then picks up his weapon, and you see that he stretches his neck and says, we're going to learn a little bit of a lesson here in defense. And he pulls you over. Lovely Bulla here is going to demonstrate to you the importance of a good defensive strategy. And he walks over in front of the group and takes a breath. And at that point says, you ready?
When am I not? She grabs her maul, though, unintentionally.
As you go and grab your maul, with no weapon ready, he jumps and lunges straight in for a low blow. And, goes straight in for it. I'd like you to roll initiative, please.
I shall. Wait, I get to fight Biobra. This is fun. Is he in his mech?
No, he's not in the mech. He's out.
What?
He's
okay.
one-on-one.
Okay, sir. I see you.
He's fighting you raw.
Oh my god, sir.
Is he raw dogging it?
He's trying. I have advantage to initiatives, that's right.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's a 22.
Excellent. You do get a higher initiative than him. He does have a surprise round here because you were midway through your weapon.
Right.
So as you go to grab, he attacks. Woohoo. It's at this point you feel the blade hit. He rolled a 24. I'm gonna guess that hits.
That hits.
You realize that the weapon he's hitting you with is a training weapon. It's blunt. It's basically just a big fucking stick. It hurts a lot. It's a solid, it is a solid metal stick. It hurts like fuck, but it is not dangerous per se. He catches you, right on your knee, and you can just hear this,
Especially with the canard leaf. She's a little bit high. She's gonna feel that a little bit more.
Again,
ow.
crossfaded.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah. And he stops and goes back up into a ready stance and says, as with a good defense, you need to be aware of your surroundings. As he looks back at you with a little smug grin on his face, and he goes into a ready pose and just holds.
She pulls out her maul and she goes. I don't know if anyone could hear her, but she's like, could have let you drown. Pulls you out.
I'm gonna roll perception here to see if he hears that. Oh, of course, naturally he does.
Of course.
Beautiful.
That makes it so wonderful.
You can see that his smile grows, and as you pull out your maul, you can see this smile goes to a big, big grin. And he says, you are in for a treat today, as he gets ready, and he's looking ready for this, as you get the maul out.
Does she want to showboat it? I don't think she wants to showboat it. Does she?
Am
I don't know.
the
She's
drama?
high on. She's high on canard leaf. She probably does.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, she probably does. She'll say, "Avenge!"
Oh yeah.
No. And she's gonna go in for a reckless attack.
Oh yeah. Make it.
Well, is she supposed to show defense or is he supposed to show defense?
He has not clarified.
Cool, because she's not a defense person. So this is
Hit me as much as you want. I don't give a shit.
Now, I would like to say, just in case the DM is very particular about this, even though she is going hard, none of these shots will be lethal.
That's okay. I'm not going to get you to roll damage by the nature of what's going on here, so don't worry.
Cool.
That is the kind of shit I would do. So that's
I was gonna
Oh,
say
wow.
don't roll damage, waiting for the
So,
nat 20, and it's like,
I definitely rolled a nat 20 with,
Yeah.
with that first hit.
Yeah, this is why you need a good.
I literally rolled a 19 and a 20.
Oh,
do
yeah.
you have brutal critical now?
I do have brutal critical, so I add
You're
one
using
more die
you're
to the
using a
damage.
mole though, so it's okay.
I have no. If I crit, I add another dice.
Yeah,
So
so
it's
it's
extra
1d6.
If I was doing damage, and also if I down him, I get a bonus action hit as well. So that's my first hit. That's my first hit. I don't know how you want to flavor this, but
I'm gonna play this first hit out because
okay, cool.
you see that he's gonna do a little maneuver here, and he's done this maneuver before, and you anticipate him. He's a good fighter. He is also a predictable fighter. And you see that from his training weapon, he goes to throw up one of his little arcane shields, and goes to try and deflect the blow to the ground. But you already were kind of expecting him to do that. So with the hit to the knee, you intentionally go for quite a low blow.
Yeah, like he did to me.
Yeah, but you kind of misjudge how low you go and get him right on the hip, solidly on his hip at the side. And you kind of get a bit caught up in it, with the showboating you really want to show off. You fully knock him off his feet. Just with
this brother's floating in the air.
And you can
goodness.
this.
Oh, he's still floating in the air.
It looks like he looks like. You know the Roman candle fireworks, and they spin on its axis. You could just see that, the force just spins him at the center, just and. In the shock of it, manages to maintain his shape, so he goes straight over that. Where
It's that
like
sound effect.
Yeah, and just lands on his ass, full Charlie Brown, dumph, back like that. And
Bola just goes, I thought you were ready.
Oh.
It sounds like a taunt, but in reality, it's just her being high.
Yeah. She's
I thought you were ready.
Where am I?
Looking at the guy on the ground. You okay?
What happened?
I mean, sir.
Yeah.
Can I go now?
He leans up, you look back and see the entire class has their jaws wide open. Right, everyone's there shocked. He sits up. Hair is just in a mess. The helmet has flown off. His hair's in a mess. Right? And he just sits up and goes, and that's why you need a really good defense. As he kind of looks down at the ground.
Looks, he's fucking
class
dismissed.
What does the paladin look like? Is the paladin impressed, or is he just the fuck?
The paladin is... Actually, I've just realized something. I need you to roll an insight on this paladin.
Okay.
Paladin has a boner.
He's trying really hard to hide it. He's shifting awkwardly. His hands in his
Suffers from
pocket.
priapism.
Yeah.
Bola is not very great with the insight, so that's a 7.
He's wearing plate mail. Ting.
Well, He definitely has reacted to this in a way that is unexpected. I won't say how, but the others look shocked. You were expecting, shock, maybe excitement. No, it looks damn sinister. You don't really know what the look is, but it's he looks weird, and it's that is not a face you pull after seeing that type thing.
I don't like his face.
He's a sadist.
Yeah. A high bull is mine. I don't like his face.
No, but Bulla doesn't fight like a paladin.
She does.
And that blow was considered a low blow.
Yeah, and also she is wielding a paladin-like weapon.
Yeah.
So, and clearly could be considered a paladin. She is, but she hasn't taken her path yet. So I totally get that.
She you see that he sits himself up slowly and says, "Oh,
sorry.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna nip down to the infirmary for some painkillers."
The mall. It's been. It's the mall. Oh, it's the mall. Right. That I'm.
He pats you on the shoulder and lower arm.
Right.
As he's still kind of bent over as well, and he sort of pats her and says, I was gonna say, good job, kid. The mall. It's a real.
You're fired.
I tell you what. Do you mind just running them through some physical drills, and I'm gonna go and get some painkillers.
I could practice on him. If you want me to continue the drills.
No.
I point to the paladin.
The paladin says, no, don't worry about that. I shall take him down myself to the infirmary.
Meanwhile, at the tavern, everyone's like, man, I imagine Bulla would have been fired and back by now.
Given Biobra's history with Cannar Leaf, can he tell that she is crossfaded?
Ooh.
Because she will look at the mall. She has called avenge on it, but it's like second nature at this point because she's missed it so much. And that's the subconscious thing for her. And then she looked at it, she's like, oh, I haven't gotten used to this hits hard. I'm so sorry. Shit. I mean, shoot, sir. Sorry.
I love it. So as you're just sort of awkwardly blundering your way through that conversation, no, I'm not making him roll insight for that. I'm sorry, that's too obvious.
That's too obvious.
Yeah, he just kind of looks up and says, I mean, are you shitting me? Of everything, you're gonna turn up to work? Really?
What? Like, what? What do you mean?
You come here to the barracks with the and you see that he flicks the corner of his mouth, and you do recognize this as a common slang for Cannar's Leaf, as he gestures to you like that.
Oh, that Tara shit.
Tara gave you
that Tara.
What Tara would give you? What?
She said it was a cure for a hangover, and
It is
late. I was late. I've never had it before. I didn't realize that. I'm fired, aren't I?
At this point, you just hear Salvar's voice in your ear, just said, "Don't drink the tea. It's got Cannar Leaf in it." Message.
yeah, too late.
By the way.
Oh, by the way, and he comes in waiting.
Oh, by the way,
drags. Drags. So he looks up at you and says, "You and I are gonna have a conversation that you're not gonna enjoy later." Oh.
Neither are you because you can't breathe.
Yeah.
Wah.
He looks up and says, "Yeah, it's good for it. Go home. Just go home."
I feel like one of the students is just like, "Use lay on hands, sir."
I feel like he would probably give her some slack, given that Tara
is the one who handed it to her, and she never had it before.
And you have like
he didn't say you're fired. He just said go home.
Yeah. And he just looks at you and he's like, look, we'll chat when you get back. I'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow.
Thursday. Mm-hmm.
That is the Jesus Christ. How much of that have you drunk?
He physically turns you.
No, tomorrow. You mean the day after today?
No, I'm just playing
The
it
one that
because you
isn't
know
today.
when you have like a shot of adrenaline and then it just kicks in really hard after that shot of
Hey
adrenaline.
guys, there's a stretch.
Oh, there's a stretch. Okay.
I can't stretch at the moment.
He looks up at you and says, "Oh, for the Morrigan's sake, please, just go home. I will see you in the morning."
Mm-hmm. Time, usual time.
Yes.
7. Mm-hmm.
He smiles and says, "I am never letting you live this down. I am telling everybody."
No, please don't.
Everybody.
Damn it.
As he then starts to hobble away, and the other paladin helps him away, and you just, as you're walking away, you hear one of the kids go, what do you want us to do, sir? And you leave.
Run, bitch!
Hey, to be fair, Bulla did just kick his ass while high and mildly drunk still.
Yeah.
With the coffee, the drunkenness is probably gone. It's just like the big womp, 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 womp she's feeling in her brain.
Yeah,
Couldn't guess her own
you feel every heartbeat in your temple.
Right. And like the surge of radiant energy she has through her maul. It's just like
my heart's beating backwards.
I can taste colors.
My mouth tastes
what I am
like
saying
teeth.
is Iabra telling this story to anyone else also means he has to relate that he got himself full on downed by a high girl.
We're gonna
The
we're
girl's
gonna
bigger
be-
than him, to
It's
be
gonna,
fair.
it's gonna be
Half
like an
orc.
hour.
True.
It's gonna be like 2 hours later, and we're
But
gonna
the
all be like,
patriarchy is
and
real.
we're
So
gonna all be sitting there
Okay,
waiting,
so
like, where the hell is
I would-
is Bulla? And then we're gonna go to the door, open the front door, and she's gonna be standing there with her hand over, like, for 15 minutes.
My heart's beating backwards. Usually it goes goop, boop. Now it's going boop, goop.
Dean, fuck you, but I wasn't ready for that teeth thing. I wasn't ready for that.
I was not ready for the teeth.
My mouth
missed the
tastes like teeth.
what was the teeth thing?
My mouth
tastes
tastes
like
like teeth.
I can smell my nostrils.
Am I supposed to see colors?
Oh, boy.
Okay, wait, okay.
I mean, usually.
So,
yeah.
I can
no.
taste my tongue. Oh, no, wait, I can taste my teeth. Never mind.
when
I have
one of the
fully... Sorry, I was gonna say I have fully, like, for them was just totally forgot we're live. Like, this is just we
So
just
sorry.
Of course.
died.
Bulla's
Just-
walking back. Bulla's walking
Yeah.
back, going like, "Man, our
Yeah.
hands can touch everything except for
well
themselves."
before that, she
Oh, wait.
actually because one of the guys is like, "So what are we supposed to do?" And she goes, "Do you like not know like typical drills, man? Like." This is like standard. When the commander's gone, you just work your ass off for no goddamn reason. It's just what you do. This is what you. I don't do that because I'm Bola, but you guys have to do that.
Okay, they look at you in complete terror as you say that, and you just see them all look at each other and go, "Yes, Mom," and get straight,
Right.
and all like have a moment of looking at each other and decide to run. They just run around the field. They just start
Cool.
doing laps. They're just like,
Good job.
"Okay."
Right. Laps are good. And she just like is like using her maul like a staff to
Those kids are still running to this day.
And as she's walking out,
She
the
scared them
kid,
straight.
the kid that was, is he still in his book?
Yeah, no, the kid has got out. You see, he's come out from his little guard post and is standing bolt upright at attention, but kind of has this look of he's not fully out of his book, as it were. Like he's in position, but he's not fully faded back in. He's like, okay, back in the game. I'm back what I'm done doing. You know, like still looks zoned out.
All right, she will like using her maul as a staff, and it's like bing, like gleaming every time it hits the ground.
Yeah.
And like she like looks over at him.
Crossfaded out. Fuck.
And she's like, ah, shit, as it blings in her eye, and she like turns it or something to dim it, and like tries to position it on her back, gets like disoriented with the weight, but then finds it. And she looks over at him and goes, learn how to hold a sword or it's gonna just magically stab you in the gut one day, man.
It'll go off.
Arcana.
Is that sword loaded, or are you just happy to see me, sir?
Like Arcana is a thing. Remember that.
He
Walks away.
looks at you like you should go and look away. You could just see what is the most confused little man's face you have seen in your life to this day, as he's just there like,
Did you say Arcana and mean karma?
No, Arcana is a thing. As in, like, if he had a sword facing toward him, all
it
they'd
was
have
magical,
to do was
yeah.
mage hand it and shove it really hard, and it would like go through his gut,
Yeah.
or something like that.
yeah, exactly.
She could
Arcana
have
is
just
a
said magic. However, she is high as fuck.
Yeah, she's very high, choosing like the fancy word out that she vaguely plucks out of her mind.
Right.
To be
Arcana
fair,
is a thing, man. It's a thing. Like, and what's so funny is that like Bola has been like this very quiet. She's been incredibly quiet, more quiet than she's ever been, like ever since Winimere happened. And even like enlisting in the guard, she's still very like, Barbara tells her what to do, she's like, gun, like
Yeah.
very few words. So this is probably the most anyone has ever heard her speak other than Barbara.
Yeah.
So yeah, and she'll hobble down the street and just kind of go, right, okay. And just
Everybody else, you're finishing up breakfast, and Bulla hasn't returned back immediately, so probably not fired. On the plus side.
Oh. We have things we can keep ourselves busy with here until she returns.
Yes, exactly. I think it's time for more coffee. We got to open up in about an hour's time. I do need you to lug some stuff up from downstairs.
I've hidden the can alley, by the way, I'm just saying.
Sarlai's kind of just like starts hiding the caffeine a little bit at a time.
Good idea.
Because she's like,
Please.
I'm not trying to have Tara have a heart attack. Like,
Tara?
you know, it's little bits here and there. It's like, hide the coffee first.
Yeah.
Then
I
hide
just
the
start,
tea.
I just start wasting time by I lug some supplies up from the cellar and
Yeah.
go buy a few things that we're low on and just
Yeah.
like I want to waste time till Bulla gets back.
Yeah, so you're
I
wasting
want to go on a
time.
hunt.
Bulla comes back earlier than expected, being that she didn't return immediately. I'm going to say right now, you hear that she, despite the fact that you've been open for about 10 minutes now, she knocks the front of the tavern door before realizing it's open and opening the door.
Sarlai turns and goes, "Are you all right, honey?" Because she like fully realizes what Tara did at this point.
Yeah.
Canar leaf. Canar leaf.
Had I realized what she'd
Really?
handed you, I would have given you a warning, darling.
That's the
Yeah, I
restoration.
got that as Barbara was chewing my
magic
ass
will-
off
If we
from
if we use-
Salvar.
yeah,
Got
magic.
that. Got that one.
Huh?
You didn't send a message about the Canar leaf.
No.
That didn't
Sarlai's
Before we even-
turns to Salvar.
Before we even try
Babe.
before we even
Why?
try to go
I
on this
didn't.
mission,
I didn't.
Yeah.
before we even try to tell her what this mission is, could you please try to restore her to some cognitive abilities?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Wayne,
Just-
kind of in the background, is like, "You were outside of the range of message very quickly. You did sprint."
And you see that Tara comes and goes, "Oh, darling. Oh, God. I'm sorry. Oh no.
Big eyes.
Oh no.
What?
It's
Has
okay.
your hair? Wait, what color is her hair?
She's a redhead.
Has it always been this, like, cherry colored? It's wow.
Yes,
Sarlice gently
So
reaches
pretty.
up and like pulls Bulla's like when you've got the drunk friend that you're babysitting.
Stop touching everything.
Bulla,
It's just
Bulla,
so
darling.
pretty.
Darling, focus on me.
You're red too. You're really red too.
I am very red, yes, but I have always been this red, and you know this.
Vermilion almost.
Focus on me.
I'm
Look,
not helping.
She like guides Bulla to a seat.
Oh.
Okay.
I
Salva.
beat Barbara's ass.
Salva.
That's awesome.
I kicked
That's
his ass.
wonderful.
It was
That-
really bad. It was
To be
in front
fair,
of
sometimes
all
he
the new
deserves it.
recruits.
And Lesser Restoration.
There we go.
Right. Bulla, you feel like it's like being hit by a bus. It ends like that abruptly, and it is very much like, imagine if you were on a train that went from full speed to 0 in half a second. Just like of just this whiplash. You're like, oh god.
Sarlice in front of her. Still keep focus on me. Focus on me. I know.
Oh my god.
And
This
she
is
grabs
supposed to cure
water.
a hangover? What?
She grabs water and immediately puts it in Bulla's hand. Drink.
Oh no, you won't have a hangover either. You
Yeah.
feel sober as all hell right now. You
Yeah.
feel right
Oh
as
yeah.
day.
No, it's
You're
Yeah,
stunned
but-
into your soberness.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just the reeling.
Yeah.
She was already reeling, but now she's reeling, and then it
Yeah.
from reeling.
Why
Yeah.
didn't you just get me to do this before you left?
Oh,
She didn't know.
Ugh.
We didn't know.
Well, she was
We
hungover.
didn't-
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I messed up.
Tara,
Sorry,
it's
Bulla.
okay. It happens. You didn't know.
I didn't
Breathe.
get
Is that literally my
fired,
job?
but I might be fired now that he knows I was on Canar leave.
Oh shit.
Wait,
Well,
you think
did you tell him that Tara did this by accident? And she's like, she literally looks towards Tara. She's like, she's doing the.
Yeah.
I
wait-
think
Breathe.
You can see Tara is like,
yeah.
oh.
Merrick's
she's
like,
oh no.
Merrick's standing beside his wife and just like rubbing her back, and he's just
Yeah.
like, you need to slow
It's
down.
okay.
Matthew."
We're
Uh,
all okay. I'm sure Biobra's a very understanding person.
Meanwhile,
If you
he's in
told
the
him-
bed.
Tara-
She says,
If you told him what happened, I'm
I'm-
sure you might get scolded for not realizing. However, he also realizes what kind of person you are. You have a very straight-laced temperament, so I'm sure he will understand that this was not on purpose. She's like rubbing Bulla's arm, like, that soothing. It's
yeah.
okay.
I'm
Stay calm.
I'm fine.
Good now.
I'm fine now. Thank you, Sarlis. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I definitely used the mall on him. He asked me to do
Oh.
a drill.
Oh no.
That's funny.
Oh,
I'm
Bulla,
sad that I missed that.
is he okay?
Well,
Also,
he hit
I
me-
wish
he
you'd
hit me
gotten
in the
this.
knee, okay? And I just
Oh,
second, he told me to run like defense or fucking whatever, and then he hit me in the knee,
Is-
and I got
is
Sounds
mad.
like, he brought
okay?
sounds like he brought it on himself at that point.
Excuse
yeah,
me,
Honestly.
exactly. Hi,
Yes,
yes,
please.
wait.
Miss Smith.
Please call me Bola.
Okay, Bulla.
Miss Smith.
Her
Have a
last name
pickle.
is Smith.
Have a
It's-
pickle.
It's Bulla.
He hasn't let go of the jar in like 2 hours.
Oh my god! I love
This whole
this.
time he's just been.
Bola will
Pickle?
just, Bola will look at it and be like, "There's Canar leaf in that, isn't it?"
No,
Oh,
it's just pickles, Bulla.
why do you have?
I
this?
had one earlier. You're fine.
She'll take it, and she'll
Tara says, "I'll I can go and have a word. I see him usually on Fridays anyway. I'll just pop up and
Do you think
I'm
that's
pretty
a good
sure.
If you
It's
could.
kind of a blur, but I'm pretty sure I mentioned your name. But I also
yeah,
just
that's okay.
double
That's
check,
okay.
make sure that he knows.
I'll pat her and just say, you deal with that.
Wayne?
Bulla, do you want to go on a job?
yes.
Wayne
Please.
puts a jar down in front of
Firebird
Tara.
said he was gonna tell everybody. I want to leave.
Okay,
Well, the job
Bulla,
is in town.
Bulla, you kicked his ass while you were high on cannot leave. For the first time ever. I'm not sure that he's going to actually tell it. He won't let you live it down. Do not take that for granted. However, I don't think he's going to tell everyone that that's exactly what happened, given that he's the one who ended on the ground.
I rolled him like 40 feet away from the.
Exactly. While you were
Kind of feel bad
high
about that.
for the first time ever.
So, you're good now?
You
Feeling awake?
I'm fine. I'm
All right,
fine.
let's-
My head feels a little heavy, but I'm.
Sure. Let's
Um,
you get some water in you, and we'll just give her the details.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
Wayne,
Got it.
Wayne
I
was
gives
listening
the
before.
pickle jar
Yeah,
to Tara.
yeah.
Actually, wait, can I get one of those? Go
Yeah, she takes a pickle and says, "Right, I'm gonna go and get properly dressed."
I gave the pickle jar to you so that you could present them to Barbara.
Oh, okay, I will do. Thank you, Wayne. She
They're your
takes it.
pickles. You don't need to thank me.
She doesn't give a reaction that Wayne would notice. Everyone else can see that she stifles a laugh and goes, "That's yeah, okay." She takes the pickles back behind the counter.
So this Smitty is. We know where he's located roughly. We know what he's done. We know he needs to be stopped, and hopefully we can get some funds into the hands of the
But
people.
know Smitty. Not like, maybe not have met Smitty, but know of Smitty based on the fact that they're kind of big in the fighting ring.
Yeah, have you heard the name actually?
Oh, I'm gonna get you to. No, I'm not gonna get you to roll. You know Smitty. You remember very distinctively Smitty's tooth when you knocked it out of his mouth. You remember fighting him on multiple occasions. It was actually pretty tied up. He's pretty tough. He's quite the brawler.
What is he like in terms of?
Yeah.
He's quite a short human, but he's built like a baked bean, right? He is dumph.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, he's-
Okay, so
yeah.
think like weightlifter.
I was
Go
thinking,
on.
I was thinking Butterbean the boxer.
Butterbean
Oh my
box.
god.
Yeah, like he is.
So,
he is
here's
chunky.
my question.
What's
Based
what,
on Bulla's description of him, can I
Sorry.
basically do a sketch artist
Rob has his
situation?
finger up for a little bit.
Oh yeah, Rob.
I was just going to ask Salva. I said, well, maybe as a way in, you could introduce myself and Wayne as fighters,
I can do that.
just to get a bit of it in.
The fact that he's been stealing from our people is. not
Wayne
fair.
grabs like a piece of dead skin
Um,
off his arm.
We have to handle this discreetly. She looks at Merrick, kind of like, we have to.
Well, I don't think we want. This is not a sanctioned bounty. I think Smitty is quite good at hiding what he does. So, but by discreetly, I mean not in the eyesight of people who could arrest us.
Technically,
So
I could arrest
perhaps
us, so.
It's,
well,
that gives us credence for what we're doing.
Well, I'm
we
still
can
in
use-
training, I guess, but you know.
It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Here's the thing. They recognize you. You're one of the heroes of Winimere that
We
has
are-
joined the guard.
a god that is set up just in this district. We don't have
Well,
any
that's-
standing in the government of the city.
Yeah, but they recognize her.
She's also a pit fighter of some renown, so therefore she's taking part in something that isn't strictly legal. In other words,
But-
she's possibly the coolest guard to exist in this whole place.
Out of curiosity, how long would it
Argue
take
with
me
you
to?
there.
Oh, I see. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah.
But yes, could Sarlai's, based on Bulla's description, maybe draw this out?
Could
Oh,
do,
we already have
yeah.
a sketch of him?
You already have a sketch
Yeah.
of him, of a likeness from
Oh,
the
do we?
wanted poster. Yeah, the little wanted poster, the handbill, has his face top half. I mean, you could do a full body.
But how accurate is it?
Sounds pretty accurate to the description. Actually, it's a pretty decent.
We don't need a sketch of him. We just need to know what he looks like so we can get him.
Yeah. So yeah. So how are you going to approach this?
So I'm guessing what Merrick was saying, or what Sarlaz was saying, to present Salvar and Wayne as fighters to get in, and I guess Merrick and Sarlaz can be entourage, like this is the girlfriend, and like this is the manager of this one, like
Well, he runs his own ring, so the only place we'd probably get him would be at his own ring. And you're suggesting we try to have a meeting with him, or we challenge him?
I wouldn't challenge him in his own ring.
Because he's probably going to have
rules are dirty.
He has
Rules
a lot
are
of
dirty down there.
He'll have a lot of muscle on his side, then I imagine.
Well, if
suggest
he's
we
going
do
to play
neither.
dirty, we can play dirty too.
Not
How
against
so?
20, 30, 40 people that are there to bet.
I mean, we did.
Wayne?
I mean, I'm not part of, like you. Why not go to the goblin market, find out where he's offering his deals from, threaten those people for them to tell us where he actually is, and then once we're there, we can go in without him realizing we were there, or without him getting the ability to prepare.
DM, have I seen the people he hangs around, or do I just see him when he meets me for the fight and that's it? We go our separate ways.
You go your separate ways. You've seen it. You know that he has something of an entourage. He doesn't go anywhere without them. It is quite the strange group. Is that as he, despite the fact that he's quite a short man, all of the people he hangs around with are extremely tall.
Napoleon complex.
Napoleon, yeah.
Yeah. All of
He
them...
was actually average height for the time.
Yeah.
Actually, Napoleon, if you look at him compared to other Frenchmen of the area and just France in general, he was tall for the time.
Yeah. It's just when you compare him to officers, he's often short because all officers were often very tall because that is a sign of respect. Anyway, stop talking about my history.
That's fine. Yeah. History's cool, but let's get to it. So you know that the group that he hangs out with are made of wood elves, Goliaths. Lots of like pretty.
Probably a half orc in there, or an orc in there too.
Oh, almost certainly, yeah. And you know that he definitely is a smuggler. That is what you remember people saying about him, because he smuggles illicitly, not in illicit substances, but he smuggles them without paying any tax. He gets it around all of that. So you know the circles he moves.
So he's American.
Does he have a favorite tavern?
He does. That he does.
I'm not going to lie. There's a little part of me that just wants to essentially challenge him in his own ring and then wreck all of the shit, including all of his entourage, in that ring. There's a small part of me that wants to do that.
What kind
Would that technically be subtle?
It's not subtle.
It's not subtle.
It's not subtle, but the one benefit I could see is that he runs an illegal ring under the eye of the god, which means if we engage him there, the chances of us being seen by the god are slim.
Correct, but you do realize underground rules, right? If you challenge someone that owns a ring, if we win, which we will own an underground ring.
Right.
Is there something entirely wrong with that?
We could use it as a storage area.
Yes.
Why would you use it as a storage area? It actually gives you somewhere that isn't fucking underground, and it's a large open space for the Adventurers Guild.
So there's
we
that.
could move everyone there.
Also, here's the thing: if he's going to play dirty, we can play dirty.
You've said that twice. What do you mean by that?
I have the ability to charm people.
30, 40 people at a time.
Yeah, not an
No,
entire
but-
room.
Not an entire room, but the people that matter.
So I was getting flashbacks, just a slight twinge in his eye.
Starlight grabs his hand and squeezes it,
I don't know how much that's needed.
and she uses message and goes, "Trust me."
I just don't think that I don't think it's smart to challenge him in his own ring.
Fair enough.
Even I fought him in his ring, and I got a few
What kind of
side swipes from the crowd.
Out of character, what kind of fighting is it? Is it like with weapons, or is it like?
It's you
Extreme.
can have if Zach
So-
will let me just kind of create this, or are you gonna do it?
I was going to say, yeah, these rings all depend on which one you're in. All of them have their own rules, so it entirely depends which one. I will say for Smitty in particular, the man is a very big fan of blood sports and does fights to the death. He is a fan of full combat, full weapon fighting.
Except for when he fights,
Except for when he fights. He doesn't do that.
because Bola was kicking his ass probably. But you said it was a fair fight, so well, not fair.
It's like
it
it's
was
on
pretty
par.
leveled. It was on par.
Yeah, you both got good hits in. You've downed him before. He hasn't actually downed you, but he has made you submit before. You've had.
It's like the
shut down.
TKO, that
Yeah.
thing,
Right.
the technical knockout.
But
Yeah.
it wasn't in his ring then, was it?
No,
Because
you've
he
not-
would have killed me then, if you know.
He doesn't always run them as fights to the death. The champion
It's just the thing he likes.
of the night is the fight to the death. So if you get
Okay.
yeah, it's the thing of like the end point is a lethal fight.
Okay,
Yeah,
I have a question,
Mhm.
specifically about one of my spells.
go on.
Bestow curse. Does the person know that they are cursed?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Curse is very specific, yeah.
yeah, they do.
Because it does something to you physically, like straight away as well.
I will say as well, these things operate at night, and this is at most 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah, we'll make our plan and then attack, right?
Yeah.
Why
Right.
why don't
Well,
we
that's
go
why
to
I was
the Goblin
asking.
Market now?
Do I remember his favorite tavern, DM?
You do. It
Okay.
is Lydia's Rest, which
Lydia's Rest.
yeah, which is on the market square.
I say, fights, if we want to challenge him, how about we do it after we get some information? We go to the marketplace. Him and his crew love to hang out at Lydia's Rest. Maybe we could get a scope out. Maybe they're there. Or we can ask the bartender where he, just ask around to see if we can find the hideout.
Good scry.
Well, don't we already have the location of his ring?
I thought we have the location of his ring, but we don't know where his hideout is.
True,
And
we
we're
don't know
trying
if
to
those
find
are the same
money,
place.
too.
Yeah.
Right, we don't know
I
if it's
could-
the same place.
That's true. It's probably not the same spot.
I could
I can be very persuasive as well.
Yep.
I just
about
know
we go-
if he sees me, he's
It
gonna
looks like
try
an
and-
11.
If he sees me, he's gonna try and invite me to the ring anyway because he's very full of himself.
I say push comes to shove. If we can find a way to attack him on our terms, perfect. If we do get drugged to his ring, whether it's Bulla being recognized or we find no other option, then at least we know he'll be there.
So here's the thing. I'm proficient in the ability to disguise. Do we want to try and disguise Bulla to some degree?
It's another option.
Is it possible
Disguising
to
Bulla
describe?
might-
Is it possible to disguise Bulla?
Disguising Bulla might
See,
not be
that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's an option, but I feel like
It's our lives.
taking. Wait.
Yes.
He won't want to fight Bulla if she's on her top form. However, if you were to disguise her as looking more like myself, more sallow,
Oh.
more sick almost.
Or have a
That might-
have
Yes,
a
kind of
noticeable
like that,
wound.
Silva.
That might be an option.
It's
Bulla,
an option.
what do you think?
I think
Or we could just
we
give
need
him
to
what can I
avoid
leave?
his ring at all costs. I think we need to avoid his ring at all costs. The fact that we're going to be asking around about him, word's going to get back to him regardless.
It won't get back to him if we kill the people we asked.
It's not well.
Wayne, that's not a good idea, darling.
That's
That
not
also
what we
leaves a
do.
trail of bodies.
I wasn't saying that was something we should do. I was just simply stating that there was
Jesus.
Yeah, that is very well.
All right.
Yeah, we
Oh,
just
do you
have-
know where it hangs?
All right. Well, let's go to the Goblin Market. See if we
Oh.
can ask around and
You
see.
alright,
Yeah,
Zach?
that's all right. It's fine. I trapped my finger in my table. I
Ow.
have
Oh.
two
Well,
tables
don't do that.
and a bit. Yeah,
Ouch.
Ouch.
yeah. Ouch. Anyway, go on. Sorry, where were
yeah.
we?
Oh, hi, Ezri.
Let's go to the Goblin Market, see if we can talk to some people, and go to Lydia's Rest if we know that they frequent there. Whatever information we can find out is probably a good thing. Once we track him down, we find a position where we are most likely to have the upper hand. We take him down, and he taking him out is the priority. Finding the money he's stolen from people is secondary. If we can, I would like to, but he needs to be removed from the playing field first. Shall we?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Sounds like a plan.
So you all make your way up to the Goblin Market. It's quite busy. Midday usually is quite a rush around. You realise that this market is not so much a people's market as it is a trader's market. There are bulk goods on sale here. This is a much
It's
more...
a Costco.
Yeah.
An outdoor
yeah.
Costco.
It's an outdoor Costco. Yeah. So you can really get this vibe of like, yeah, this isn't your everyday person coming to shop here. These are people buying large amounts of bulk goods to move elsewhere. And you walk around for a short while. Distinct lack of goblins, despite the name. There are just none here. And
Historically speaking, it used to be an actual goblin market, but now it just retains the name.
yeah.
Well, it used to be a goblet. It used to be a market where they sold goblins, and now,
All
Oh no.
As you're sort of like doing a quick little reconnoiter, just gaining your bearings, you do spot the Lydia's Rest in the central square. Looks open. Looks like there's a few people already sat having meals.
okay.
Wayne will be casting minor illusion kind of over and over again on himself to make him look considerably less glowy and like kind of bring some sort of pallor to his skin.
Guys, I need one of the sponsored pee breaks.
Okay, sponsored pre-break. Let's go.
That's a good point. We're about halfway.
Yeah, we're about
Like-
halfway.
I get
Just have a break in general. I need
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah, that's what we're
Cool.
taking.
Before the hunt begins.
Yep, we will get.
Remember, we have
combat
a hard end of the session.
Yeah.
We do have
In
a
like
hard
2
end.
hours.
So
In
yeah,
2 hours.
we've got a bit of time, but we're going to go on a quick break. Hopefully, you guys come back in about 10 minutes, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.
Me.
Talking about.
There we go. Got into it.
Howdy,
Hi,
everybody.
guys. So we apologize. Zach is not feeling the best, so this is about where we're going to end. We know we went on a long break, and we're rather sorry that this is where we have to end, but it does happen.
I still believe we're going to be on for next week, so we'll resume from there. But ultimately, this was like an icebreaker stream, and honestly, because we've had probably a month of downtime, so it's nice just to reconnect and like reestablish everyone's characters and
ease our way back into it.
We'll get into the more serious hunting down of pit fighter, loan shark next session.
Absolutely. But
until then, have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful week.
And
we'll see you next week.
We will see you next time, guys.